Big news tonight, guys. So we had a tweet here from Elon Musk: 7,000 cars in 7 days. Tesla team. So this is a little bit misleading. I'm going to get to that in a second. But basically, if you've been following Tesla at all lately, you know that there's been a lot of issues with production. There's been a lot of taunting here. Who like shorts? Tesla talking about short sellers. But a lot of the issues have been in respect to getting on the production target, basically of 5,000 Model 3s, not the Model S's, 5,000 Model 3s per week. And basically, we heard this news that this was going to come out today. So big news came out tonight when he tweeted this. But when you get a little bit more into the details, they actually reached their goal of 5,000. So essentially, they produced 7,000 cars in a week, which is impressive for Tesla. Although they had to go with some different ways to go about it, but they made their 5,000 Model 3s in the week. So that's actually pretty huge. It's huge news. I labeled this video, I changed my mind on Tesla because I've actually been in and out trading a couple times because I believe that, short term, there's so much bullishness on the stock that when it pulls back and news stories like this come, that I've been able to make money. And I have, made $1,000 here, $1,000 there. But it's it's no secret that long term, I think that the company is probably not going to make it. I'll put a link to that video that I made on that in the right hand corner right now. I got a lot of hate for that, but I don't mind saying it. I could be wrong. I'm just talking long term. But in terms of the company, love it. I love what they're doing to the auto industry. I love that basically, in my mind, they're responsible for self-driving technology, even though arguably Ford and some other companies have better technology than them. They're the ones that have really been pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope with electric vehicles as well. So how did they do this? We saw some news here recently coming out that basically, they built a tent structure, and they were basically, making their Model 3s in the tent. Here's some photos of it here. I don't know how some owners would feel about their cars being built in tents, but basically that's how they went about it. Seems to me, I wonder if you actually watched my other video about how some of his production targets are linked to his actual compensation. If this was relating to his compensation rather, and that's why he tried to meet this target. But it's becoming more and more talked about on Wall Street, and so I guess they've been more focused on it. But it never seems to be on profitability, although he has talked about them becoming profitable this year. But some of the reasons again why I'm a little bit hesitant, all the other manufacturers. Here's one here. It's called the Mission E. I don't know if it's going to be called that. It's by Porsche, and basically, this is kilometers, but so it's about 300 miles a single go. It's a performance electric vehicle. We're seeing all the big players come in, and all these big players have deep pockets, and they know how to reach economies of scale. And basically, Tesla's just learning, right? So that's kind of been my argument for the longest time. But in terms of this news coming out, the reason I made this video is I think this is pretty big. After hours, we're not seeing much of a movement here, but I actually picked some up about 344, I believe. It was several days ago. And I think we're going to see this thing run for a bit because this is pretty big news, and there's a lot of enthusiasm behind the stock, even though there's a lot of concern. So I think that this news about them actually reaching their goal and actually being able to ramp up production a little bit, albeit by the use of tents, I think it really kind of shows that they're learning a bit, and they're basically you can look at their bottom line, how much that's going to add to their more like their top line, I suppose, in terms of revenue. And so it's pretty huge that they could be making 5,000 per week. So I want to do a quick video on that and let guys know what I'm doing. I'm basically going to be holding it for a little bit. Like I said, long term, I don't think it's going to last in a long time. But that's just my opinion, and I could be wrong. But I definitely think in the short term here, we're going to see this thing go for a run within the next week or so. So I'm a buyer at these levels, and I'm in, and I'll be looking for 10% or so, and maybe we'll even see that tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see what's the future is going to bring here. It's definitely a very interesting time. I mean, it's a very interesting company to be watching right now, and I'm going to enjoy watching it, and I hope that you guys are too. If you got any comments, leave them down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.